If you're an introvert, staying true to yourself and not feeling pressure to act a certain way are challenging. From the outside looking in, extroverts appear to have it easier because they're more comfortable speaking up, going out with friends, and meeting new people. In reality, however, being an introvert is a double-edged sword. While it provides protection from the chaos that comes with being an extrovert, and vice versa, there's also pressure to be something you're not. This article will discuss the pros and cons of being an introvert and how to deal with the challenges that come with this personality type. Pro: you're more in tune with yourself. Being an introvert means you spend a lot of time in your own head. This can be a good thing or a bad thing. The difference between introverts and extroverts lies in the fact that introverts prefer to process their thoughts and feelings internally. As an introvert, you're more in tune with yourself and your ideas without the influence of external factors. This makes it easier to understand your emotions and how you fit into the bigger picture. For example, extroverts often rely on others for help when making decisions. This isn't a bad thing, but it does mean you're more reliant on others at times. If you're an introvert, you're likely to be more independent. You're less likely to be influenced by others or to ask for help when you know you need it. If you have a problem that needs solving or a decision that needs making, you're more capable of doing it on your own. Pro: you're thoughtful and self-aware. As an introvert, you're more self-aware and less likely to do things without thinking. This can be a good thing because it means you're more thoughtful, aware of your feelings, and less impulsive. Being an introvert requires a great deal of self-awareness and self-reflection. This isn't to say that extroverts don't think. They just tend to think and act more on impulse. As an introvert, you take the time to consider your feelings and thoughts before making decisions. You think before speaking and are less likely to be impulsive. This isn't to say that you're less capable of making decisions, it just means you operate differently than an extrovert. Con: it can be difficult to meet other people. Being an introvert means that you don't like to be the center of attention, you prefer one-on-one time instead of group activities, and you're generally less sociable. This is a double-edged sword because, on one hand, it provides protection from the chaos that comes with being an extrovert. On the other hand, it means that you're less likely to meet new friends and it's difficult to make new acquaintances. If you're an introvert, it's usually because you don't want to be around lots of people. However, it's important to keep in mind that this doesn't mean you dislike everyone. Rather, it's that you prefer one-on-one interactions over group activities. It's also important to remember that being an introvert doesn't make you antisocial. Being an introvert is different than being antisocial. Con: you process information slowly. Being an introvert means you process information more slowly than extroverts. If you're an introvert, you've probably heard this before. It's often said that extroverts are fast-thinking and introverts are slow-thinking. While this is true in some respects, it doesn't mean that introverts are incapable of thinking quickly. It just means that we process information differently than extroverts do. Put simply, extroverts have more blood flow to the brain. This means that they're capable of thought processing. It also means that they're naturally more quick-thinking than introverts. This doesn't mean that introverts aren't smart, it just means that we think in a different way. Con: you're easily overwhelmed in crowds. Being an introvert doesn't only mean that you prefer one-on-one time over group activities, it also means that you're more easily overwhelmed when around lots of people. This can be especially true when you're in a noisy, busy situation. If you're an introvert, you're probably more comfortable in smaller, quieter settings where there are fewer distractions. Being an introvert doesn't mean that you hate people or that you're antisocial. It just means that you prefer one-on-one time over group activities. It also means that you're more easily overwhelmed when in crowded, noisy settings. Con: you might feel guilty for not wanting to socialize. If you're an introvert but have a lot of extroverted friends, you might feel guilty for not wanting to socialize as often as they do. It's important to remember that you're different from everyone and that doesn't make you better or worse. You're just different. This means that you prefer one-on-one time over group activities. It also means that you're more easily overwhelmed when around lots of people. If you're an introvert, it's important to remember that you're not alone. This is a common personality trait for people who are thought-oriented. It's also important to remember that you don't have to change who you are to fit in with a group of extroverts. Being an introvert is challenging, but it's also rewarding. If you're an introvert, don't be ashamed of who you are. Instead, embrace your personality traits and use them to your advantage. Just want to thank you. I also want to let you know that we have a 10-video course on becoming whole. This course will help you tremendously. It is at a 40% discount, and not only that, we will also give you 2 other video courses free with this purchase. The courses are usually $37, but you will get all 3 courses for $20. Each course has 10 videos to walk you through to your desired goals. So please let us know what you think about the video courses and the discount on the 3-video pack for $20. Subscribe and hit the notifications button to receive all our videos. All links are in the description.